Hi, mathematicians. Hopefully you were able to get through most of the problems on your review. We're going to go through them one at a time, just so you're ready for your test tomorrow. Okay, number 1 says, what is the sum of 243, 132, and 157? Well, we should remember from vocabulary that sum is adding, so I'm going to add them up. They make this box kind of small, so I'm going to write it up here. 132 plus 157. Okay? I know 3 plus 7 is 10, plus 2 is 12, so I regroup. 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 1 more is 10, plus 3 is 13. So, again, your strategy is your strategy. Some people might go 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 5 is 13. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 532 should be your answer. Number 2, it says find a reasonable estimate for the sum of 171 and 69. Select all that apply. So a reasonable estimate, those are numbers that are close to it. So 175 is close to 171 and 69 is close to 70. So that would be a good one. Is 171 close to 100? No, it's pretty far away, so I'm going to say no to that. 171, yes, is close to 70. 69, yes, is close, or 170, and 69 is yes, close to 70. So that would make sense, wouldn't it? And let's see, 171 is close to 175. 69 is pretty close to 75, so it's pretty close. So I would say yes for that. Is 171 close to 130? Not at all. So that would be a no. Number 3, it says subtract 382 minus 148. And it says using mental math, which I think right now we're just stacking. Which would you do first? Add 2 to the 148 and then add 2 to the 382. Now this is a problem that we really didn't spend much time on. So if you had trouble with that one, that's fine. I should have X'd that out to begin with. I'm sorry about that. So if you are struggling with that one, just X it out and don't worry about it. So the kind of problems that we X out, don't worry, those will not be on the test, okay? So my apologies for that one. Estimating, we're rounding, and we said to round to the tens. So remember, when you round to the tens, you look at the ones. Very good. So remember, I like to underline. So I look at the ones, it's 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, climb the vine. It's going up to 7, one more, 70. There's 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, hit the floor, it stays the same. 3, 30. So then I would have 7 minus 3 is 4, 7 minus 3 is 4. So my answer would be 440. So hopefully you got that. All right, use mental math to add 332 and 154. Which of these shows how to break apart the numbers into hundreds, tens, and ones? Okay, so we would break apart 332. Would that break apart into hundreds, tens, and ones? And 159 into those two numbers? No, that's not breaking apart into hundreds, tens, and ones. Okay? 332 into 100, that's still hundreds. Where's the tens? So that one's not right away. Right away I can tell that because it says hundreds, tens, and ones. There's no tens in there, so I know right away that's not going to work. 332 into 316 and 16. Okay, I already know that one's not going to work because there's 2 tens here. There's no 1, so I already know that's going to work. Just because the other ones didn't work doesn't mean D is correct. We have to check. Break 332 into 300. Yep. Plus 30, 3 tens, and 2 ones. So that one looks good. And then 100, 100, 50, 50, 4, 4. Hopefully you got D. Whoops. Okay. Let's turn it over and look at number 7. And we were just going to subtract. So I started my ones. I have 4. I can't take 8 away, so I have to go next door, get 10 more. Take my 10 stick. 4 turns into 14. 14 minus 8 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 6. 2 minus 2 is 0. And 6 minus 5 is 1. So you should have gotten a difference of 106. Select all the equations that are true. Remember, select all means there's more than one. So let's see. 32, 32, 56, 56, 10, and 10. Oh, they're all the same. So that would be true. 49 plus 28 plus 5. 49 plus 28 plus 5. All the same add-ins, but what do you recognize there? The parentheses are in a different place, okay? That's our associative property. So that would also be true. 56, 56, 890, 890, they're in a different order. That's our commutative flip-flop property. True. 82 plus 0 is 82. That's our identity property because anything plus 0 is the other number. True. 45, there's no 45 here. 27, 27, but there's no 35 there. So that is not true. Okay. Write the letters A, B, C, and D above the number line to show each number rounded to the nearest 10. All right, so if we're rounding to the 10s, we look at the 1s. Good. 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, climb the vine, going up. So this would go to 170. So on my number line, I would write it down there. Okay. Next one, 153. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit the floor, it's staying the same. So 153 would be B, or 150 would be B. C, remember, we're rounding to the nearest 10, so we look at the 1s. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, hit the floor. Stays the same. 160 for C. And D, rounding to the 10s, we look at the 1s. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, climb the vine. It goes up to 1 more from 7 is 8, so it would be 180. So hopefully your number line looks like that. B, C, A, D. Okay. Hopefully things are going good on your front right now. Let's look at number 10. Use the subtraction work shown. Which strategy shows a way to check the work using the inverse operations? Inverse means opposite. We didn't really talk about that a whole lot. So if you didn't get that one, that's okay. Inverse means backwards. Okay? So how do you check your subtraction problem? Remember, we're adding those two together. So we would add 57 and 112. Hopefully, let's see if we're right. 2 plus 7 is 9, 1 plus 5 is 6, and 1 plus 0, yep. Those are the same. So I have checked my work. Okay. Estimate the sum of 405 and 385 by rounding to the nearest 100. 405. Okay, remember when you round to the hundreds, you look at the tens. Very good. And then everything else is a 0. So 0, tens, well, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit the floor, it stays the same. So that rounds to 400. 8 tens. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, climb the vine, it's going up. So one more 100. Sum, remember, means to add. So I get 800. All right, number 12. What addition equation can be used to check the answer 456 minus 342? Well, we just talked about that inverse. When you check subtraction, you add the two bottom numbers together. And let's see, 4 plus 2 is 6, 1 plus 4 is 5, 1 plus 3 is 4. Yep. Check. Okay. And we crossed out bar diagram. If you didn't want to do that, that's fine. Okay. Let's look at the next page. Flip it over. Where's my paper? Here we are. Remember, I got all these papers here. All right, we are on number 13. Find the sum, and we said that means to add, okay? And if you wanted to draw a bar diagram, that's fine. All right, I started my ones. 9 plus 2 is 11. Carry my 10. Sometimes when there's a lot of numbers, it's helpful to mark through when you add, so you make sure you include everybody. So I see 9 plus 1 is 10. 5 plus 6 is 11, and 10 plus 11 is 21. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 1 is 6. So I got 611. Okay. Let's see, rounding. Oh, we talked about this a little bit. We did one together. And it was rounding to the nearest 100, okay? So, rounding to the hundreds, we look at the tens. And I already went ahead and underlined them. 0 tens means it stays the same, so 404 we would round to 400. So I marked that little box there. 649, 4 10 sticks, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit the floor, it stays the same, so it would stay at, here's 600. And we always double check our last answer. 489, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, climb the vine. So that would go up to, 500, very good. Okay, almost done. How can you check your answer? I love it. This one again. This is so important when you're subtracting. How do I check my answer in subtraction? Okay, remember what we said? We add the 2. 231 plus 462. And let's see if we get the right answer. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. 2 plus 4 is 6. Yep, check. So what would I do here? I would add 462 and 231. Very good. All right, estimate the sum by rounding to the nearest 10. And like when we set this up, we went ahead and underlined our ones. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, hit the floor. So that stays the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, hit the floor. That stays the same. It just stays a 0. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, climb the vine. It's going up, so one more is 9. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 9 is 11. 3, 4, 5, 6, 710. I like rounding because I like saying those little phrases. All right, last one, friends. Consider the equation 360 equals blank plus 84. Well, how am I going to solve that? Okay, it does say use a bar diagram. Some of you used a bar diagram, some of you didn't, that's fine. So if I did a bar diagram, 360 is the total, right? Because that's what the equal sign means. Which means this is part. Do I know that part? Nope. How am I going to find it? Just like when you're checking subtraction, you do the opposite. Over here, if we're missing an add-in, we can subtract from the sum. 360 minus 84, and that will give us this part. okay? I have 0. I can't take 4 fingers away, so I have to regroup. So I go next door, get 10 more. And the 0 turns into 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. Here's 5. Can I push down 8 fingers? No. So I go next door, get 10 more. And that turns into a 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. 2 minus 0 is 2. So this box is 276. All right. Hopefully you were able to go through most of the problems without any trouble. And then what we did together here really helped you out so you're prepared for your test tomorrow. All right? So sometimes you might have to go through some of these problems more than once, and that's fine. But I'm proud of all your hard work for your first 3rd grade math test.